This is my review on the Hookup Reunion Part 2. I know they always include trailers at the beginning, but they didn't need to include that Deja Vu trailer as well. Then also the previously on thingy, because it took up like 5 minutes of our time. Tokyo messed up when she fell in that fight as well, because obviously Slim was dominating the fight anyway, but it just made it worse because now you got Slim's dirty feet that she's been trailing up and down this whole set in your face and in your mouth. And LaRue's comments are the reason why she's in current troubles with part of the cast of the hookup as well, because she's always adding her 2 cents as well when it's not needed, and she's always being shady. Even when she was doing the Instagram lives for the hookup as well, she was always being shady to Kayla and a few other cast members as well. And it's like, you're giving your opinion, but can you stand behind those words when they want to swing, when they want to beat you up? I don't feel like Kayla needed to sneak Chastity anyway, because she could have just asked for a head up as well, because I feel like Chastity's not someone that you need to sneak in regards to like a strong opponent that you need to get one up on. I can't lie, when I saw Slim without the wig, no edges, no edges, I was cackling, I can't lie. This is why people need to let their hair breathe outside of wigs as well, and actually maybe have some natural protective styles like braids, cornrows, whatever it could be, like cane rows down to the side. I don't know, even just regular twist. Also, Chastity needs to learn how to fight as well. Like, I understand she just looked like someone that didn't know how to fight and she was scared that she was going to get hit in her face. But also, why is Isaiah evolving himself like he's security now? Because if they accidentally hit you now, you're going to get upset. The same way, remember when Isaiah was interrupting a fight between Nina and Kashmir, I think it was, and he accidentally elbowed Nina in the face in South Central Baddies. I think this was season 3, or season 3 or 4, and him and Nina fell out over this and they started shouting and stuff, and he said, oh, he didn't mean to, it was accident. This is the same type of situation, something that could have been preventable, like if you stop acting like security. Because bear in mind, Kayla was winning the fight anyway, so why are you doing that for? And bear in mind, when you're doing like touching someone during a fight, whatever, and you're not the opponent that's doing so, it can also throw them off as well. And then why did Slim involve herself as well? This is what I mean, such a loser. Instead of her to focus on getting her edges back or something else, like you involve yourself in the fight. Bear in mind, it was a one-on-one. No one got involved in Slim's fight when Tokyo was fighting Slim, but now all of a sudden you want to get involved in everyone else's fight, like just save it. And also, I'm glad ET jumped in as well, because why is Slim jumping in a fight that had nothing to do with her? Very weird vibes. Obviously, this is the fight where Slim and Kayla are just fighting one-on-one, I believe. But then also, Pookie was weird as well, because I'm thinking, oh, were you worried that she was going to come over to get you? No. It had nothing to do with you, and you just started involving yourself and kicking her in the head for no reason. That was dumb. And then if now ET is to respond in regards to like trying to fight you and stuff, now she'll be in the wrong fighting you. And again, LaRue is doing too much, because when Sav packed you out on BBO and had you lost for words, silencio por favor, we didn't see this energy. But you're having all this chat and mouth for all the cast members just because you're fucking boss man. Settle down. I can't lie, when Tokyo, they had that scene in the back of her crashing out and stuff and whatever, I skipped it. I am happy though that I think Tokyo recently got casted for a TV show or movie, because obviously then she's able to actually show her acting ability to another level. I'm also glad that Tri-State called out Moses as well, but you see how silent Moses is? But when it comes to women, he's flapping his gums. I know what you are. I know what you are. But yeah, and also how quiet he was when Phil tried to call out the fade. Now he doesn't want to fight anyone. But you want to be fighting people verbally, running your gums, running your yappers, like just shut the hell up. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, I feel like they should have allowed them to run the fade, but obviously they have this thing now that's TV, like, if someone says no, you have to just, when it comes to fights, that's what we're seeing anyway. But like when someone says no, you can't fight them, whatever and stuff. And this is what I mean, Moses quiet, but you're barking up at women, screaming and shouting at them. Okay, punk. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way either. I just mean the way he's acting is loserish, but yeah. I also want to clarify as well, Moses did nothing in that fight with Tri-State as well. The only thing he did was just push him on the floor, whatever, get him on the floor, but I don't think he even got a punch in. But he quickly got up off that floor member and was like, yeah, I did that. You did nothing, because you're a loser. So I'm just going to take a moment to just read LaRue for filth as well, because LaRue thinks she's really that girl. And I'm not saying you can't have confidence at all, but it's when you're putting other people down as well and talking down to them like you're nothing. LaRue, you are fucking a multi-millionaire Tilo, the boss man, allegedly, and you couldn't even use part of the money that maybe he's giving you, or, you know, funding your lifestyle, I'm assuming anyway, putting you in these positions. I'm not sure if he's giving you money on the back end, you know, tax-free and that, but you couldn't even get your tooth fixed, and you came to the reunion with an Inspector Gadget type of jacket, and you're here chatting to people about themselves. The noise is coming from inside the house. That's why people need to focus on themselves as well, because you couldn't even tell you signed a 100K deal. You couldn't even tell that you're this boss bitch. but you're here talking about other people, making all these side comments and stuff. And I get sometimes the host can be shady, whatever, but some of the comments she's making are just really inappropriate. And I feel like she's also just talking down to a lot of people. Bear in mind, she is also a cast member on certain stuff. Just because you've got this one host position doesn't mean you're better than anyone. This is what I mean. As soon as some people get to like a certain position, oh, I'm talking down to the. But let's be honest, if LaRue is to stop messing around with Tilo, everything's getting snatched off you from Now That's TV. So let's humble ourselves. Also, the reason I'm even adding on to that as well was because her insulting Phil was a weak move. Her insulting him because he doesn't want to fight and whatever. What do you expect Phil to do? If Moses is saying that he doesn't, I feel like Phil's being respectful more than anything. Because if Moses is saying he doesn't want to fight, Phil's not now going to go over there because more than likely Levi is going to stand up. He may not intervene or like try to physically fight Phil, but probably when he's having a conversation with Phil, Moses is going to try and sneak him, and then they're going to end up on a fight. And obviously, Phil's balance is always off on everything, like we saw on the Zeus auditions for Baddies Gone Wild and Bad Boys. Xavier got up on him because his coordination is off. I don't know if he has dyspraxia, but his coordination is off. You can see that. So he would have lost going there. If it was a one-on-one in both of them in the middle, it would have been a different scenario. Also, E.T. must have not felt the hits or the kicks that Tokyo was giving her to... not Tokyo, Pookie was giving her to the head as well and stuff. Because she was sat next to Pookie and was apologising to her. And Pookie, see how she didn't, call out about, oh, I did that to you, because she knew what she was doing and she knew E.T. would have stopped her in the face. I feel like Tokyo and Pookie didn't even need to be going back and forth as well, but I didn't understand why he's walking up on a woman. Why are you walking up on a woman? Regardless if you're having a verbal altercation stuff, I feel like both of them should have never walked up on each other, but I think Pootie was doing it more than Tokyo. After some time, I need Tokyo to calm down as well, because if we're going to have a bit of dialogue, we need to hear each other, because I would be getting annoyed like Pootie, but I wouldn't be walking up on her, but I would just get annoyed if I keep hearing someone, and I can't get a word in edgeways. The way Tokyo is relaying the story, she sounded like a pimp that's orchestrating sexual acts, which is crazy. Tokyo and Moses are both going like under the belt, like hitting each other with this whole, oh, this person did that, that person did that. The reason why I don't believe Moses though, in regards to Tokyo's pH balance as well, is because when Mami G was accused of that, in regards to like her pH balance being off and her having like a fishy smell, whatever the case was, outside of Mami G's sexual partners, other cast members were saying that if this was the case with Tokyo, which I don't believe it is, other cast members would have said that as well or vouched for it as well, not people that are now angry at Tokyo saying this just out of spite. But I do believe Tokyo with Moses, yes, he is an attractive man, but I don't believe he has the source to actually obtain like other women without using, or not using, but like getting other people to maybe vouch for him or other people to put him in those spaces and stuff as well. Because even with the him, I think what Tokyo said about, oh, he tried to do something with Nola, he doesn't know how to move to women. That's the issue he's having here. Like, he doesn't know how to chat with women. I think that's what she's trying to say. Because some guys are like that as well, where they just focus on their looks, but they don't focus on any personality or anything behind it. They just think, okay, my face card is not declining, so I can just, do you know what I mean? Like, I can just get away with anything. And I mean get away with anything in regards to, like, they don't have to do too much to get women. When Honey came up on the screen, it just felt like she said a bunch of nothing, yabba dabba do rubbish. Let's wrap it up. And then when she came out as well, she didn't really say much either. What was the point? It just, her and Tokyo should have just had a conversation on the back end, somewhere where we didn't have to see it, because Honey didn't say much. She's like, I didn't really talk bad about my partners. Okay, well then why are you here then? Why are you here? Like, I just don't understand that. Irrelevant. I get it's relevant to this part as well, but if you're not going to confirm or deny what Tokyo is saying about Moses, then we don't really have a conversation, because it just felt like Tokyo was doing a lot of dialogue or like monologue, like talking, and Honey's just sitting there listening like an invigilator or something. Moses exposing LaRue or trying to expose LaRue for sleeping with him doesn't really surprise me. At the same time, I don't think LaRue has I don't know obviously who LaRue has been sleeping with outside allegedly the CEO of Now That's TV, but I feel like it would have made more sense if LaRue was quote unquote sleeping around or doing something else for someone outside of the CEO of the network. But because that isn't the case, I just don't really believe it fully. But I feel like Moses, maybe LaRue could have been flirting, but I don't believe she wanted to, FUCK him on Duval Day or whatever it is. I'm also glad that Pookie and E.T. checked Moses, because he's barking at the women, but when it comes to the men, he's on mute. Look around, everybody on. Yeah, that's what it's giving. Loser. Slim really thought she ate with that sneak as well, but she got ate up. Because did you see her cheek? Did you see her cheek at the end? Swollen and red. It's time to go home. You had Moses in the back room overhyping his fight with Tri-State, talk about, yeah, I did that. No, he did nothing. And I hope you never get back on the show as well. Another thing as well, them two kissing as well. Just, what's going on here? I'm glad also next episode, or part 3 of the reunion, we also see Kayla checking LaRue as well, because LaRue was getting way too cheeky, as I said before.